I'm here with Shawn and his mother, and when they lived in Pasco County, they had seen this Florida skunk ape on multiple occasions. Not just once, not twice, but a whole bunch of times. Problem is, nobody believes you when you see it, and it's kind of frustrating. I keep telling people it exists, and they make fun of people because they've seen it. Well, these two witnesses right here, first-hand experiences, they can tell you everything about it. So welcome to True Nature. My name is Greg Jowers, your host, and I have Shawn and his mother,
Donna.
And they are going to explain to you guys what they've actually seen. All right.
That's right. I've seen Bigfoot hundreds of times. I've been on my horse out riding. I've experienced the noise of him walking through the woods. Before you ever see him or hear him, you'll smell him. Has a very musty smell. And it's so strong you can taste it. And my horse has been through this area thousands of times. Well, one day I was riding up through this area and my horse just come to a dead stop. It was right about dark. I was riding up to a little store called Grits and Grub off of Highway 52, and my horse just all of a sudden come to a stop. Well, I smelt that musty smell. I kicked him. He didn't move forward. I tapped him with the crop. He didn't move forward. The little pony beside me, she wouldn't move. They just froze, and I could feel them trembling under me, just trembling. Well, the lady's husband come up in his car. It was a souped-up ride. So in order to get my horse to motion forward, I put him behind the car where he would smell the exhaust. Well, we got him moving, and I was up into a slow canter when I noticed beside me, to the right of me, this thing was running through the palm meadows and the trees right beside me. Well, we slowed down because there was a railroad track coming up. Slowed down, and as we slowed down, this thing, Bigfoot, come out of the woods, hit the middle of the Lime Rock Road, and one other step, he was back in the woods again. The horses went crazy about this. Well, finally we went on and made it to the store. Well, we went up the store, hung out for a little bit, turned around, came back. On the way back, we decided to take Kent Groves Drive. This is what the place was called, was Kent Groves. We come back around Kent Groves Drive. Well, when we got to the cemetery, which is where I had started to begin with having this problem, my horse started snorting, and he slowed way down. But he didn't stop this time. I could feel hesitation, but he went on and rode past it for me. And as I'm riding by, my friend's husband in his souped up car, he had a spotlight, and he's spotlighting out there on the graveyard. When I noticed two red eyes peek around from behind a tree, probably about 6 to 7 foot high, I'd say. I think it was kind of scrouched down a little bit, but it was looking around the tree at us, and every time that he would put the spotlight right on it, it'd hide behind the tree. Well, we went on. Somebody else came the next day and told us that they had seen the same exact thing. So that's one of my encounters with Bigfoot. Then I was out in an orange grove one time, broad daylight, and I come across Bigfoot. I seen it with my own eyes. Sometimes, they could be a dark color, real hairy, about 7 foot tall, I'd say. And I seen it in broad daylight that time, but it was there and it was gone. I know I wasn't seeing things. So then about, I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a month later, I was riding 1,000 acres. I had my mom with me, and she was on a horse, and we were riding along the road, and there's a drop-off. Well, we went up over the drop-off, got up on the higher ground, and started to motion forward. When we went forward, there's a creek out in there. And all of a sudden, the horses just stopped. And they went to snorting. I could smell it. The same musty smell. So the horses got scared and backed up. Well, when my mom's horse backed up, she went off the edge of the road down into the other road, and the horse lost its balance and flipped backwards while my mom fell off. So I had to go get help, which there was people back there at the mud hole, mudslinging and stuff. Well, my horse wouldn't move. He wouldn't go that direction that I needed him to go. When all of a sudden I hear water swooshing, 2 steps at a time. It was whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And you could tell that it was something on 2 legs walking through the water. So finally, when it was gone, I couldn't smell it no more. My horse decided he'd walk forward. Well, I went on out and got help from my mother. Come back and got her put on the horse and everything. We all went back there. Well, I know people don't believe about Bigfoot, but Bigfoot's real. And I don't care who says it isn't, it's real. And I've never had a bad encounter with them. I've got plenty of more stories to tell, but I've never had one try to harm me. They're just as curious of you as what you are of them. Now I'm gonna turn this over to my son, let him talk a little bit. As a hunter, he's seen a lot.
My name's Shawn. I'm from Sumter County, originally from Pasco. I had seen Bigfoot 6 times. I've seen him in Sumter County 5 times, 1 time in Pasco. The encounter with him was in Sumter County. I was hog hunting. I was in Continental Country Club. I was in there hunting, and I went down this trail, and it's a one-way in, one-way out. The dogs wouldn't hunt. They didn't want to perform like they usually do, and couldn't understand why. I got to the end of the trail. I turned around and was coming back out. I was standing in the middle of the trail about 50 yards from me, and we stared eye to eye. I was trying to figure out how I was going to get past him, and it was a good 5-6 minutes. And then next thing I know, he dives off in the woods. So I took off running by him. And I seen him in there, like I said, 4 different times. I seen him in there, and then another time I seen him right here close to the house. And evidently it was the same one because it was about the same size. Then I seen him down in Pasco, and we were shooting rats in the chicken pen. And me and my cousin and my brother. And then we shined over on the neighbor's property, and then there was 2 red eyes looking at us. And it went behind the tree, it disappeared. So my cousin shoots a rat, shines back over there. It's closer to us. So my cousin shoots it with a pellet gun. Probably the biggest mistake ever. Well, anyhow, this thing screams at us, and it comes after us. So my brother, he was froze. I took off and then realized my brother wasn't there. So we turned around and got him while that thing was coming at us. So we, you could smell them. You smell them. They're real musky. They stink. They got long hair. They're not really black. They're more of a dark brown. This one here was about 6'8", 6'7", 6'8", somewhere in there. He was pretty big, probably about 350, 400 pounds. They used to come up to my grandpa's house, and he had a bunch of domestic hogs, and he worked at Publix, so he brought all the old produce home for the pigs. Well, the pigs, we'd feed the pigs or whatever, and what the pigs didn't eat, that swamp monkey is what I call them, Bigfoot, would come up there, and he would eat the vegetables and stuff and the fruit. Now, they're not just fruit eaters or vegetable eaters. They are meat eaters too. A friend of mine had seen one that had actually had a pig in his hands, and I guess, was going to eat it because he had killed it. But they are, a lot of people don't believe you, and a lot of people make fun of you, but they're real. They're real. They're in the woods. If you, pay attention, you'll see them. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, you say it was on a trail.
Yeah.
all the time that he frequented the trail.
Mm-hmm.
He was always running up and down it, and that's where he
That was his domain.
able to exist, his domain.
Yeah.
So, when you saw it, what went through your head? What were you thinking when you first saw it?
What am I going to do if he gets after me?
Right, because
But
rather large, had wide shoulders, like they say.
oh yeah,
And he's just big and
no, they're big,
They're big.
hairy and
big and hairy,
musky.
musky,
Yes.
stinky,
Musky smell.
stinky
Very,
smell.
very
Think like a
musky.
urine too, or urine smell.
No,
What's
No.
it smell like?
like a swamp,
Oh.
nasty swamp.
Okay.
That's what they
Like an
smell like.
algae or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Almost like moldy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because-
it's a nasty smell.
They have no way of drying out.
It's so bad. The smell's so bad you could taste it. And when
That
you
is-
inhale it, I mean, you can taste it in your
Yeah.
Some
mouth.
people say they feel like throwing up after
Exactly.
they smell it.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
so bad they almost vomit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And
It's
you
nasty.
guys have been wonderful, and I really appreciate your interview. And you'll be seeing this on YouTube because I'll be placing it first thing, and hopefully you guys make comments. You can see it, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
a lot
make
of people,
Make comments to the non-believers because it's gonna,
Yes.
run that gap of theirs.
yes, because they have no idea.
Yeah, they have no
Yeah.
idea.
You
But
know,
till you've been in my
seems
shoes, they
to
shouldn't
me-
say nothing.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
I've
I
seen
mean-
it more than 6 times. I mean,
A
more
lot
than-
of people do that. They
Yeah.
just they talk because. Well,
and
one
I've
thing
got
is-
I've got plenty of people that has seen it. If I could just get a hold of them, some of them has passed away, but they've seen it.
yeah.
We all used to get up there at the store at Grits and Grub and talk about it. Everybody be like, "Man, did you see?" Yeah,
And that
Yeah,
word of mouth
I seen
never
that.
gets out. It stays in the community, right?
man. Yeah. Oh, but you bring it up to them. If some of them was still alive today, and I mean, one of them was an Indian, and he walked the streets. He never drove a vehicle. He walked the streets all the time, and he could tell you some stories that just blow your mind about him. And he was never scared, about it or anything like that.
Yeah. And you've seen markings in trees.
I've
from
seen
the claw
markings I mean, hey, you could say it was a cat, but not that high up, not doing what it was doing. And it was just like it was one set of claw marks.
And the interesting thing is that they are said to really like graveyards.
Yes,
For whatever
Yes.
reason, they're attracted to graveyards.
yes,
Hollowed ground or whatever. But that's where you saw the scratch mark, was
Yep.
on a tree in a graveyard.
yep. And I seen one on a pine tree in an orange grove. And the footprints.
See, now I've seen tracks, but I saw one track, but I've never seen multiple.
No, they were multiples. You could see
Yeah.
where he'd walked to it because they just got done plowing that orange grove up.
When I leave here today and I get some directions, I'm going to head out that way, and I'm just going to investigate a little bit, look around.
1,000 acres. Remember that?
What?
1,000 acres.
1,000 acres. Okay, and I'm
A
gonna
bunch
get
of
out there.
encounters in there.
I'm sorry.
A bunch of encounters in there.
Yeah,
1,000 acres.
I'm going to get out in there and I'm going to look around, see what I can see. And you guys have been absolutely wonderful. I appreciate your interview. Like I said, people are going to see this, and they're going to know. And Shawn, honestly, I mean, your interpretation of this thing, where do you think it came from?
I don't know. I don't know where it come from, but all I know is in the woods.
Does it seem earthly to you, or does it seem like it's from somewhere else or something?
No,
No, it's earthly.
it's
I mean,
earthly.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
one of those things that a lot of people don't see
No,
unless you live in that area.
if you're
And-
not if you're not a
You know
woods
what?
person, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of other people that's seen it that's just scared to admit.
In
that
my
they've seen it.
eyes, if you have an encounter with one, you're blessed. Because
I mean, I've had
they
a few.
hide that good. They can blend right in with the woods. You'll never know they're there.
Yeah.
It's just totally awesome. And now they're getting ran out of their homes with all the
All the
building.
buildings going
Yes.
on.
Yep.
And people want to complain about the hogs and the coyotes and all that. Oh, they're killing my cat. But, well, you're running them out of their home. Their habitat's gone.
Where are they supposed to go, right?
Yes.
This is what I've been trying to press every time I see Ron DeSantis on my Facebook page. Please stop the construction in Florida. We have enough homes.
Yep.
We have enough apartments.
And not enough
It's
roads.
overtaking Florida. We need to do something about it.
Florida's going to sink.
If we do some type of, petition,
Mhm.
and people could sign it to say, please stop the building in Florida. It's ridiculous.
It's sad.
Yep.
Yeah, it is very sad. All right, you guys. Appreciate you again. Thank you very much, Shawn and Donna.
Mm-hmm.
Donna is Shawn's mother, and she didn't want to interview, but she did. And thank you, Donna. I really appreciate it. And Shawn, you too.
Yep.
Thanks for taking time out of your day. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, we'll see you guys later.